this is the most important part of every road trip. Never leave home without it. Bring Me the Horizon's best album. Fight me. Fall Out Boy, before they sucked. The Plot in You, definitely in my top 10 albums of all time. Kids, wait till you're at least 25. Sarah Bareilles is the greatest pop songwriter of her generation. Luis Fonsi, Despacito is not his only song. Chicago, cool. No, just kidding. Best album I've bought so far this year. Someday someone will figure out how to put all these on a smaller device and I won't have to carry a shoebox of CDs. Good morning. Couple of updates. I'm somewhere in northern Ohio right now. It's 8 o'clock a.m. I left my house this morning with a gallon of gas in my car. Idiot. Number 2, Charlie Puth is a genius. Number 3, every time I go on a road trip, I stop drinking coffee for about 2 weeks before the road trip, so that when I get in the car to go on the road trip, the coffee does what the coffee is supposed to do. And the coffee is doing what it's supposed to do because I physically can't talk any slower than I'm talking right now. Anyway, I have a tank full of gas now. See you in a few hours. Couple more updates. I don't know where I am. Tennessee or Kentucky. They're pretty much the same. Update number 1. Whoever mastered From Under the Cork Tree by Fall Out Boy. It's too loud. Relax. It's too loud. Update number 2. Everybody south of Ohio is nicer than everybody in Michigan. It's strange. I made it to Franklin, Tennessee. Found a park. And it's only barely raining. So we're going to find the finest castle in the land and build a recording studio in it. I found it. Here it is. Recording in the rain, not a stellar idea. My stuff is all wet. Duh. I'm no Hayley Williams, but I bet Hayley Williams doesn't even own a ukulele. That's not true. She probably does. She doesn't own this ukulele. And she can't have it. Anyway, next up is Tupelo. That is where Elvis was born. I don't remember what state it's in, but my GPS does. So I will see you guys there. Okay, like 200 miles ago, I saw a couple of cows, bulls, if you will. These things had horn spans had to be at least 12 feet. These fellows were wider than a school bus. Can you imagine being wider than a school bus? So somebody tell me in the comments if that's normal, or if I just happened upon some kind of genetic engineering facility where they are working on breeding cows with narwhals. I'm willing to believe that. I want to believe that. Please tell me that's what's happening. If you've ever heard rumors about the bugs being really bad in Alabama, they're true. Back to the car. Tupelo, Mississippi, a quaint little town of 38,000 people, and the birthplace of Elvis Presley. But 44 years after the death of Elvis, surely people don't still remember him, do they? I mean, he can't be that big of a deal around here, can he? I mean, here's a list of things that have happened since 1977 when Elvis died. Scarface. They tore down the Berlin Wall. Some other stuff. There's no way we still have like statues built to Elvis Presley in this town, right? I have owned this stand for like 4 years, and I found out today that this part gets taller. What a world. I'm back in Tennessee. I don't know why, but the GPS is never wrong. I will drive my car into a lake if my GPS tells me to. See you in Texas. Casey Musgraves, good singer, great songwriter, was born in a town called Golden, Texas. No, I had also never heard of Golden, Texas. So I Googled last night the population of Golden, Texas, and Google had the nerve to tell me 200. To which I, of course, said, that's not a real population. No city has a population of 200. They have a roller rink. They have one grocery store. And they have a little fairgrounds. So I find myself today in the fairgrounds to record a Casey Musgraves song. I grew up in a very small town, but 200 people was my graduating class. Casey Musgraves grew up in a town where the entire city was the size of my graduating class. Wild. It just feels like the kind of city where as soon as you drive in, they can feel that you've arrived. And they probably can, because as soon as I got here, their population skyrocketed by 0.5%. Population of 200 people. If we just assume 4 people per household, probably about 50 houses in the entire city. Let's also assume, just for the sake of argument, that Casey Musgraves' parents still live here. Could I just go knock on 50 doors and meet Casey Musgraves' parents? Maybe next time. Anyway, cool city. All 4 of the people I've seen here seem really nice. So, cool. So to record these videos, I push record on my phone and on my camera separately. And then I just play the song over and over and over again, into Pro Tools until I have a take that I'm happy with. Usually they take about 45 minutes. That one took about an hour and a half. But while I was sitting here for all of eternity just trying to play the chords right, I had some time to think and some time to stare at all this cool playground equipment that you guys couldn't see. And you know what? I like this place. This is a nice town. They have this cool picnic table and this cool stand for my ukulele, which is actually a well. And this thing, and someone named Jesse, And I like to think this is the merry-go-round Casey Musgraves was singing about in her hit song, Merry-Go-Round. Speaking of which, have you ever wondered what somebody looks like holding a selfie stick on a merry-go-round? Now you have. Me too. Ah, this is what they look like. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm out of here for today. Tomorrow I drive to the Grand Canyon, but the Grand Canyon is so far away, so I'm just gonna drive for 16 hours straight and do nothing else. Wish me luck.